In today's class, we are going to learn about the concept classes and objects. This concept we have already studied in object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming is a programming style that is associated with the concept of classes and objects. And other various other concepts like inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation, etc. In today's concept, we are going to learn about the classes and objects. What is a class and what is an object? Object are basic building blocks. In order to design programs, we are using objects. For example, in this case, an object is an instance of class. That is, an object is a part of a class. For example, if we take objects as Mercedes, BMW, Audi, all these belongs to a category that is class. That is class of car. A car is a class. The objects will be Mercedes, BMW and Audi will be the objects. So we can tell an object is a collection of data members and member functions. That is, it consists of its own similar characteristics are there. That is, a car as a model, it has got a color and date of manufacturing. All these are the similar characteristics of all the car. So that becomes the data members, and the functions like a car can move, it can stop, it can start. All these are the functions of the car. So when we combine these two, that is data members and functions together, then it becomes an object. Object is a collection of data members and functions. Now another example, if we take objects and class. For objects and class, a class if we consider as a student, the objects may be the students of that particular class. That is, a student that is, for example, if we take our class, there are 80 students, each student may be considered as an object. So if there are, in this example, if we take, there are 3 students over here, that is John, Sophia and Lily. All these are the objects. So class is nothing but a grouping of objects of similar characteristics. For example, a student is a class. That is, each object in that class, that is John, Sophia and Lily, will have same characteristics. That is, each student will have a name, age, color and sex. And the functions of these students are eating, drinking, running are the functions of these students. So I already have told you, a data, that is an object or a class, will consist of data members or functions. So the data members are nothing but they are the characteristics of a student or the behavior of a student. That is, the characteristics, similar characteristics of the student are called as data members. And the functions, that is how they behave, they eat, they drink, they run. All these are the that is behavioral of the student, functions of the student. So it consists of a class consists of data members and functions, and class is nothing but it's a collection of objects. Suppose there are 80 students in a class, then we consider that as a class, a common class, that is, and the objects, that is each student will be considered as an object. The characteristics of each student may differ, or it can be same, but the functions of the student are like they are different functions are there, like eating, drinking, running. So these are the different functions, or it is also known as methods. So if we take the example of John, age is 12, color is fair and sex is male. So these are the data members of this object, that is John. And the functions of this John, that is John can eat more, John can drink more, John can run fast. And these are the functions that they are also called as methods, or it is also known as interface. And Sophia is the second object, and age is 10, color is fair and she is a female, that is sex is a female. And Sophia can eat less, can drink less, and Sophia can run slow. These are the characteristics, these are the methods or the functions of student Sophia. Again, we have one more student, Lily. Her age is 11, color is dark and sex is female, and Lily can eat more, Lily can drink more, Lily can run fast. These are the functions of this student Lily. So what is a class? If In order to make it clear, again I'm telling a class is nothing but a grouping of objects of similar characteristics. And object is only a part of the class, it's an instance of the class. Both object and class will have data members and function, its own data members and function. That is, similar characteristics of a student is known as data members. And the functions, what are the different functions of the students, like eating, drinking, running, these are the functions of the student. A class is a way, already as I told you, a class is a way of grouping objects of similar characteristic. A class binds the data and its related functions together. A class definition. Coming to a class definition, what is a class definition? It should have a name, it should have data variables. Data variables are nothing but data members, and interface operations of the class. These interface operations are nothing but the functions of the class. So again, coming to class definition is what is a process of naming a class, data variables and interface operations of the class. The variables declared inside the class are known as data members. So as I told you in the example student, the variables declared in the class are name, age, class, combination. All these are the variables of the student. All these are called as data members. And the functions declared inside the class are known as member functions. So what is a class? Class is a way of grouping objects of similar characteristics. And class definition is what giving the name to that class. For example, we are given the name for the class as student. We are given the name for the class as car. Then it becomes a process of naming a class. We are defining a class. Along with what we are defining the data members and the interface operations of the class. Now coming to class declaration. Class declaration and class definition both are different. So class definition is nothing, we are naming a class along with the data variables and the member functions. But class declaration specifies the representation of object. Now we are representing the objects of the class along with the set of operations that can be applied to such classes. The syntax of class definition is very important. Most of our practical programs are based on this class definition, and the syntax for the class definition is class. Class is a keyword, and user defined name. User defined name is the name that has been defined by the user, and you have to open a bracket, flower bracket, and inside the bracket you have three access specifiers, that is private, public and protected. And a class consists of data members and member functions. So each of these class that is will have a name, unique name, and you have to close this class with a flower bracket and end with a semicolon. So class is a grouping of objects. We have studied that is, class is a grouping of objects of similar characteristics. And a class, it consists of data member and member function. And these data members and member functions comes under different access specifiers, that is private, public and protected. So this is how we are defining a class. That is class, class name, that is user defined name, and you have to open a flower bracket. Then comes access specifiers. In each access specifier we have got data member and member functions. That is three types of access specifier. We will be studying it in detail. That data member and member functions. Data member are data variables and member functions are the set of operations which are performed on the class. And you have to, this is very important, that you have to end the class with a closing bracket and put a semicolon. So this definition what is given here, that is the syntax for class definition, is very important. In order to write the programs, you should know the syntax of the class. Now already I have told you that keyword class, it is a keyword. Keyword is nothing but it's a word that has been inbuilt, that has been already inbuilt. It's a predefined meaning it has got. So keyword class is used to declare a class. Without that class keyword, class cannot be declared. User defined name is the name of the class. You are defining the name for that class. That is, user is defining the class. And class body is enclosed in a pair of flower brackets, that is opening bracket and closing bracket has to be there for a class syntax, and the closing bracket should have a semicolon. Class body, it contain inside the body of the class we have two members, that is data member and the member functions. There are generally three types of access specifiers, namely private, public and protected. Mostly we'll be using private and public in our programs. We'll be using private and public. The example, if we take class account, inside the account, that is the class is a keyword, account is the user defined name. You have opened a bracket over here, private, int, account number, char name, char account type, int, balance amount. All these are the data members. And public, under public you have got void get data, void display data. These are the functions of the account. So you can get the data and you can display the whatever the details in the account can be displayed, and these are the functions of the class account. So the data members are int, account number, char name, char account type, int, bank balance amount. All these are the data members and these are the functions, and we have to close the bracket and put a semicolon. Most of our programs will be writing with this syntax using the first we'll define the class, and then we will be using this the class as the base to write the program. So it is you should be very clear with the concept class.